What I want to tell you about today, Dad, is this one thing that you can do which will save you time, get you more energy, and make you healthier. And actually save you some money as well when you think about it. You're watching Diligent Dad. I'm Andrew. Hit subscribe and the bell icon. You'll be notified when I'm dropping new videos every single week. Having kids brings a whole new level of busyness, complexity, and just general how am I going to fit everything in. So looking after yourself and keeping yourself healthy, it could be very easy to push that way down the list, which I guess is where the dad bod comes from. What I want to share with you in this video is exactly how I have structured my life to make sure that I give myself at least the best opportunity, hopefully, of staying as healthy as I possibly can, in order that I can hopefully live as long as I can, spend as much time with my kids as possibly can, whilst having a high quality life. Intermittent fasting. If you've not heard of intermittent fasting, stick it into Google. It's massive. There's a whole massive global community now in intermittent fasting. There's apps to support it. There's books all about it. Essentially, what it means for me is that from dinner time, by about 6 o'clock at the latest, typically, until lunchtime the next day. So I typically have lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. From 6 in the evening until 1 o'clock the next day, I don't consume any calories. Okay, so number one, the effect of that is I basically skip breakfast, right? And the number one effect of that is that I reduce the number of calories that I eat, because between 1 and 5 or 1 and 6, yes, I do eat quite a bit. I'll eat at least 2 big meals in there plus snacks, but you simply don't have the same volume to eat as if you're having breakfast at 7, snack at 11, lunch at 1, and then have dinner, and then an evening snack again. So nothing from 6 in the evening till 1 the next day. I feel it hasn't affected my energy. In fact, my energy is better. I feel cleaner. I feel more, feel more detox, more able to engage with things. Hunger is not an issue. It never has been. I think that's because I replace. I've drink a lot more green tea, and I find that maybe helps me with managing the hunger if it ever was an issue. The interesting angle or an interesting aspect of this is that on the weekends, I do actually I want to make a bit of an occasion of a weekend when I'm at home and not rushing off to work. So on Saturday and Sunday, I will sit and eat food or eat breakfast with the family. And what I notice on those days is that when I have breakfast at 7 or half 7, when the rest of the family are having breakfast, I'm starving again at 9 o'clock. I'm snacking. I'm starving again at half 10, 11. I'm snacking again. Then I'm having lunch, and then I'm having all the rest of the food that I would normally eat during the week. To me, it's worth it. It's nice to have a bit of a family occasion on the weekend, have a breakfast together. But I do notice that having the breakfast triggers the hunger for me. Whereas when I just skip the breakfast, have a coffee or have a green tea, I actually have far less hunger for the rest of the day. Another significant benefit of that, obviously, is that I've saved a fairly substantial amount of time from a day. I'm not taking time out for breakfast. I'm not taking time out for snacks during the morning. Replacing it with 1 or 2 coffees, a couple of green teas, plenty of water, and that's me done until 1 o'clock. Time saved, less calories consumed, and higher energy level, because my body isn't having to direct energy into digesting the food for that period of time. Feel far better. I do have friends who have taken it to another level and actually now go for 1 meal a day. And these guys, maybe a couple of friends who did need to lose a little bit of weight and really wanted to go for it, have 1 meal a day, 5 days a week, and make that meal lunchtimes to eat as much as they like, between 1 and half 1, and then no other calories for the other 23 and a half hours. And they have found significant improvements in their health, dropped a couple of waist sizes, have more energy during the rest of the day, and that is called the OMAD, 1 meal a day. Look it up on Instagram, look it up on Google. It's massive. It's got a massive following. And actually, to me, that is probably what mankind or human beings used to do millennia ago, tens of thousands of years ago, would have been eat much less regularly. And when you did get food, a big meal of it. So if you at all want to look after your weight or look after your health in fatherhood, I can thoroughly recommend intermittent fasting. Look it up. Dr. Peter Attia is your man. Dr. Peter Attia, Attia. To me, in my mind, is one of the most researched, best, most uh, best authorities on the topic online. Look him up. He's got a website. He's got a little community you can pay to be a member of. He really knows what he's talking about. He's got some good advice. Got free podcasts you can listen to, and regularly does stuff on fasting and how to intermittently fast. One thing, if you're going to try it, you need to make sure you're doing is strength training. Okay, you need to make sure you're doing some strength training, because after fasting for like a number of hours, your body will turn to fat to burn fat for energy, but it will also turn to muscle. So you just need to include a little bit more weight training maybe than you've already done. The optimum time to do that weight training is just before you eat. So if you can fit in a gym session at lunchtime or just before lunchtime, then eat your lunch. Just Peter Attia recommends that that's the best way to intermittently fast and to make sure you preserve that body muscle. Obviously, before you go for it, you want to make sure that your health is in relatively good order. If you've got any major conditions, don't go trying this. Diabetics, probably not, I imagine. So speak to your doctor. Don't just try it. Speak to your doctor. Apparently the benefits of like longer fasts are incredible for your body, but you just got to be very, very careful. Your body goes into this phase called autophagy, where it starts to burn up dead or broken cells which in theory could eventually become cancerous. Body cleans that stuff out whenever it doesn't have to look after the digestion of food. Body turns to those broken and damaged cells for energy and uses those. It's called autophagy. And that comes after an extended fast. So all that stuff included in Dr. Peter Attia's podcast and on his website. That's intermittent fasting. If you've got any questions about it, drop them into the comments below. I'd be delighted to get back to you on anything you've got. Look it up on Instagram. Massive hashtag on Instagram if you're following it. Look it up on Google. You've been watching Diligent Dad. I'm Andrew. Hit subscribe and the bell icon. You'll be notified when I'm dropping new videos at least once a week. Thanks a lot for watching, Dad. I'm off for my dinner. Speak soon.